it's really not my business. That's between you and the person you're dating. It has nothing to do with me or anybody else. So I keep my mouth shut. Hi my loves, welcome back to my channel. It is Lovely Lou, and today we are having another talk with Lou. So for today's topic, I wanted to talk about interracial relationships because I felt like that is very on board with all the craziness that has been going on in this country as far as the Black community not being treated correctly and where people should stand, I feel, on the subject of interracial relationships. So, first off, let me start by saying I personally have never been in an interracial relationship. I have only been in one relationship though, so yeah, it's not, that surprising since I haven't really dated that many people. But yeah, I have only been in one relationship and he was African, so no, I have not ever dated outside of my race. However, let me just say, I do not have a problem with it. I personally am attracted to personality, so if I like you and your personality, it personally does not matter to me what color skin you are. It really doesn't matter. As long as I like you as a person, I am fine dating you. However, let me say that I have no problem with people who only want to date within their race. If you want to only date within your race, that's your business. Kudos to you. You're good. But I don't feel like you should be bashing people who are open to dating outside their race and people who do date outside their race, because that's their personal preference and it's really none of your business. Personally, I feel it's really none of your business who they want to date, as long as they're dating somebody for the correct reasons. Now, when I say correct reasons, what I mean is if you are one of those people who date outside your race and you bash the people of your race, that's not cool. I don't get jiggy with that. Like, I know some people who literally specifically, like say they're Black, they literally specifically will not date someone who is Black for whatever their reasons are. To me, they're all invalid because unless you've met every single Black person in the world, you can't stand by that stereotype or that preconceived notion of them because you don't know every single person that fits into that category. So for you to say, I refuse to date this race because of blah, 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 that's ridiculous, especially if it's your own race. Like, if you don't want to date your race, keep that information to yourself. But don't be out here bashing your own race, making your race look bad and feel bad about themselves just because of your personal preferences. You're entitled to your preferences, but you definitely don't have to speak them because I don't want to hear them. I really don't care. Like, you date whoever you want to date, but don't be sitting here bashing people of your race while you're dating outside your race, because that's not good. That's not how things should be happening. And vice versa. If you are somebody who is dating somebody outside your race because you think it's a science experiment, no, you're wrong. You're completely wrong. Dating is not an experiment. Well, I mean, dating is an experiment, but dating based on color is, or like, the attributes that a certain race has, no, that is not, should not be the basis for why you date somebody. Because I've literally met people who are like, oh, I only date blah, blah, blah because I want mixed babies or whatever. What? Your children are going to be lovely no matter what ethnicity or race they are, no matter what color they are. It don't matter. They're still going to be wonderful children and you should love them regardless. So why do you need to date a certain race just so that you can get a certain mix of a child? Like, no, this is not an experiment. What are you doing? That is not okay. Like, that's something I just can't get jiggy with, and that is not okay. Like me, like I said, I don't have a problem dating outside my race, but it had never anything to do with trying to have mixed babies, because I don't really care what color my babies are. I'm gonna love them regardless because that's my child at the end of the day. And to get into the next point that I feel is super important is I feel that if you are somebody who is open to interracial relationships, like I am open to interracial relationships. I definitely don't have a problem with it. Whoever you want to date, kudos to you. Whatever you want to do, kudos to you. It's really not my business. That's between you and the person you're dating. It has nothing to do with me or anybody else. So I keep my mouth shut unless, like I say, you bashing somebody else for whatever reason. That's not okay. But other than that, as long as you ain't bashing nobody and you just dating to date, do your boo. But the very important point that I have is that I feel if you are open to interracial relationships, it is definitely important to take the time out to understand your partner's culture. So for example, say if I am obviously Black, date somebody who is Hispanic. If I date somebody who is Hispanic, personally, the individual I love to learn about new cultures. So that means I'm going to take the time to understand their culture. So that way, one, because you should know your partner. Two, that way you're not disrespecting their culture and you have an understanding of their culture, which is definitely important when you're dating somebody in a certain culture, so that you have an understanding of how they feel, their beliefs, just a understanding of that culture is super important, so that you're not disrespecting them or their culture, that you're understanding that, no, you are not. Now you are not part of this culture. Let me get that out the way. No, you're not part of this culture, but now you have an understanding of this culture and can respectfully, possibly speak on this culture. Because you do and have gathered information about this culture. But no, that does not make you an honorary member. None of that. You're unfortunately still not a member, but you can definitely, synthesize, empathize with them. You just can't. You're still not part of it. Sorry. Just because you're dating them, don't make you them. Don't work like that. But I think it's definitely super important to make sure that you're understanding your partner's culture, so that you why wouldn't you want to understand your partner's culture, so that y'all can click better and get along better? You don't want to ever feel like there's a topic you can't talk about with your partner just because they're not that same race with you, which I know is also some people's reasoning why they only stick within their race, because they don't want to have to explain things to other people. But me personally, I don't have a problem educating somebody as long as they have a willingness to learn and they're coming in a respectful manner. I'm fine teaching you so that you're understanding and you're not disrespecting me or the people around me. That's perfectly fine with me. So definitely a willingness to learn. And the other partner should have a willingness to teach. You should have that willingness to want to educate your partner about your culture, so that you don't have to walk on eggshells around certain topics or feel offended when they do certain things. Like, if you're open to teaching and they're open to learning, then that interracial relationship should work fine. As long as you're dating for the purpose, like I said, of that's just who you want to date, and this is not some experiment, or you're only dating this race because you're discriminating against your own. Listen, I'm fine with it. Do you, boo. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a little rant, but I just wanted to get my opinion on interracial relationships. Comment down below your opinions and how you feel about interracial relationships. And let me know if you guys would ever try an interracial relationship, or if you have tried an interracial relationship and how that worked out for you. Thank you guys for watching. Please, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.